And hello, guys, and welcome to the first live stream of Santa Talk. Guys, I don't know how this is going to go, but we're going to go with it. I wanted to do something to kind of make a bridge between the bearded community and the Santa community. For those of you who don't know, my name is Santa Tom. I am a professional Santa Claus. I do professional Santa Claus content as well as beard content, product reviews, kind of on the side. But professional Santa Claus is my passion. I love the YouTube channel. It's just a hobby, gives me something to do. So I want to welcome everybody here. Let me know where you're checking in from. I see Santa Allen here. Sleigh bells mowing. I appreciate you being here, man. You know, I don't know really what a good date and time is, or day and time. And if you've got any ideas or suggestions, please, drop it in the chat. I'm open for suggestions. I don't know where this is going to go or how far it will go, but we're going to give it a shot, right? I appreciate you guys being here. Again, my main goal is to kind of bridge that gap between the bearded community. As a professional Santa Claus, my beard, I consider it as much as an investment as one of my suits, which they're not cheap, right? For you Santas out there that are watching this now and watching it later, you know what I'm talking about. Boots, belts, Santa insurance, maintenance and gas for your vehicle going to and from events. All of that stuff is an investment that you make to bring joy to others, right? But to me, the most basic investment is your beard. Okay, it's something that you have control over. If you get a stain on your suit during an event, that's something you really don't have control over, right? But the maintenance and upkeep of your beard is something that you have control over. Hello, Frankie. Hey, I appreciate you being here. And David, appreciate you being here, guys. And again, this isn't something that's specifically for Santa, Mrs. Claus. This is for anybody who just is curious and just even wants to support. And I appreciate the support, guys. Again, I will say it again for those of you jumping in. I am a professional Santa Claus. Santa Allen, who is sleigh bells mowing. You'll see him, and he's got the green icon, which means he is his name in green letter, which means he is a member of the channel, and I appreciate him for that, guys. But today, I want to talk about the investment of our beards, guys, and this crosses over not just for Santas, professional Santas, but everybody out there with a beard. And I want to talk about top three beard tips that I have, guys. And for those of you that have been growing a beard a while, this may not come as a shock. For some, it might. Okay, there's a lot of ways to spend a lot of money, and for those of you that buy beard products, you know what I'm talking about. It's easy to go down that rabbit hole. But do you know that you don't really have to spend a lot of money to properly take care of your beard if you do three things? And the last one I'll even talk to you a little bit more about that you can even do yourself. But I'd like to do a giveaway. Today of some beard oil, and for one, just to thank you guys for being here and supporting, but secondly, guys, I have about 400 beard oils. I will never use all of them, right? So I enjoy giving. It's just in my nature. So I'd like to share that love and bless somebody out there with some beard oil, maybe some oils they don't have. Okay, so but we'll get into that here in just a little bit. But let's talk about the top three Santa Tom beard care tips that I have. And guys, each week I'll be going off into more subjects, and we'll be having special guests on. I've already talked to a couple people in the Santa community. Again, guys, even if you're not a Santa, Mrs. Claus, elf, or whatever it may be, or deal with Christmas at all, if you just love Christmas and would like to learn more about it, and you're in the bearded community, please join us, guys. But let's get into today's subject, and that is beard care for professional Santa Clauses, guys, or just even if you're not a professional, normal guy out there, right? So I'm going to show you my top three in this high-tech little thing I have here called a whiteboard, and I'm going to try to get it without the glare, guys. But my top 3 beard care tips, we're going to talk about hydration and nutrition. We're going to talk about cleanliness, and we're oil. All right. People are often asked, guys, what's the 2 main things that you just cannot live without having a beard? Mine is beard wash and beard oil. Okay. Those 2 things are maintenance that you need to do for your beard. We'll get into more on that in a second, but let's talk about the hydration and the nutrition first. Okay. Hydration and nutrition. Number 1. All right. Drink water. That's simple enough, right? Drink water, keep yourself hydrated, and it will help your beard. It will help your skin. Your skin is the largest organ on your body, right? That makes a lot of common sense, but a lot of people don't know that. They may think, oh, well, your liver or your heart, or you got to think outside the box, think bigger than that. Your skin is alive. It is continually growing. It's continually shedding and replenishing itself. So your skin is the largest organ on your body. And that's such a deep thing. So you want to keep it hydrated. You also want to keep it nourished. You want to eat foods high in biotin and protein and good fats, right? So things like almonds and things high in biotin, like eggs, for example. All right. Those type of things right there are going to help promote beard growth. All right. Now I take a biotin supplement every day. And guys, whether people think that's the all to end all, right, is neither here nor there. I take it. I feel like it helps. Right now, I shaved my beard about 1.5 years ago. So this is about 1 year and maybe 3 months. All right. For some, they can grow it faster. All right. For others, they may not grow it as fast. All right. But there's things that you can do. For me, it's not how long my beard gets. It's how healthy it is. The last thing that I want to do when a child gets in my lap or somebody gets close to take a picture during Christmas time is for my beard to smell off, right? None of us want that beard smelling off, right? And also to just not look healthy. All right. I have never had a split end. All right. I check it all the time. My wife helps check. I've never had a split end. I've never had heat damage. And the reason why is guys, I stay hydrated. I use that. I try to eat as healthy as I can. Hey guys, I'm a big guy. I enjoy eating. So, but I try not to eat junk, right? But we all got our cheat days and things like that. So, but just that hydration and that nutrition is so important. All right. Which brings me to my next point, which is cleanliness. All right. Wash your beard. All right. When we talk about, you don't want people, your beard smelling off, you wash your beard, use a gentle daily wash, guys. And I'm not here to promote different companies. I can surely let everybody know. And for those of you that I've seen that are in here, pretty much already know the companies that, and I know the companies that you enjoy and the companies that I enjoy, most of you already know, but there's some good, gentle daily beard washes, guys, out there. Just to name a few, help me out, guys, if you know any good ones. But I'll tell you what I use. I use True North. I use, and they're not around anymore, but I bought so many bottles before he went out of business, and shut his company down. And that's EDC Beard Co. Man, guys, Copper Johns. Guys, there's just so many out there that I use. I've got a whole shower full. I've got my own bathroom, and the whole shower is just got, I bet you I got 12 beard washes in there, and I rotate every day. All right. I rotate just like I rotate my oils. Now, is that necessary? No. Does it, Dan C recommends it, Dan C Bearded. So I kind of follow his recommendations. The same with conditioning my beard. Now, is conditioning as important as washing your beard? I would say it doesn't rank up there as important. It is important. I condition my beard maybe with a conditioner, a liquid conditioner in the shower maybe twice a week. I strip my beard on Saturdays and I use a conditioner, okay, just kind of get reset. And then I'll condition my beard again on Wednesday, all right, midway through the week. And just to kind of give it that. But during the days that I'm not using a conditioner, I do use butter, whether it be a liquid butter or a solid poured butter. And we'll get into more of that, but and that acts as a conditioner. And I usually do that before I go to bed at night. I put oil in, and I'll get more into the oils here in a second, but I put oil in before, or in the morning when I get up, get my beard damp, and before I go to bed, the same thing. All right. So, hey, Amber and David. Hey, David, Frank. I appreciate you guys being here. And Jacob, I appreciate y'all's support, guys. I didn't know how this was going to turn out. I did post in the Santa community, but, when I say, and I'll get off on these tangents, so I apologize in advance, but guys, when I say that I try to keep Christmas in my heart year round, I'm not going to say that everybody does that and everybody in the Santa community does that. It is such a, and Santa Allen, let me know. Yeah, I appreciate that, Amber. Let me know your thoughts on this, Santa Allen. It takes such a toll on you through the Santa season. And that's why I always try to shout out professional Santa Clauses, because people don't realize how much it takes out of you during the year. The suits, for one, they don't just look pretty. They do look pretty. They're hot. They're very, very hot. All the ones that I own are either wool or a wool cashmere type blend. Especially here in East Texas, guys, they are very hot. That takes a toll on you. Okay. Lifting kids up, just walking around for extended periods of times, doing 8, 10, 12, 14-hour days. It takes a toll on you. And this is on top of, most of the Santas have a job on top of that, a real life job. Okay. So, guys, it takes a toll on you, and that beard has got to stay maintained. All right. And that's what we're talking about today. So, Amber, I was showing my high speed technology. I'm not as tech savvy as you are on this. So I got my little whiteboard out here. We talked about hydration and nutrition. We talked about cleanliness, talked about some beard washes, keep that beard clean, beard oils. All right. Beard oils. Here's where we can start getting into, you can get into a lot of money, or you don't have to get into money. I've heard people call it snake oil. I've heard people say, and swear, but guys, I'm telling you, the two most important things I think that you could do for your beard is keep it clean with a gentle daily beard wash and keep it oiled. All right. Yeah, I got you, Amber. I was just picking at you. But guys, keep your beard hydrated, clean, and oiled. All right. I'll just use what I've got here in front of me. It doesn't matter what it is. This is a beard oil bottle. Okay. I'm not going to even show the company. It's just something it's a newer company. And I've got a bunch of them sitting on my desk. All right. But a beard oil with a good carrier oil blend is to me a necessity. All right. You can make your own beard oil. I know that shocks some people, but you can. There's so many videos out there. Dan C has done some excellent videos on DIY beard oils, do-it-yourself beard oils, right? And probably one of my favorite ones is Scuba Beard Tube. Go check him out if you haven't done so already. He's been around. He helped Dan C kind of get started in the bearded community. So making videos. So he does his own DIY. There's so many videos out there and good videos. And I've actually made some oils, and they're really good. And what I like about them is they are essential oils. I don't put any when I make my own, I don't put any fragrance oils in there. Hey Jim, how's it going, brother? I don't put any fragrance oils in when I make my own oils, but I don't do that as much because I enjoy supporting small batch companies like Jim. And if you'll notice, James, and for those of you that notice, James and Santa Allen, right here. Their names are in green in the chat, and that's because they are channel members. And I really, really appreciate you for that, guys. It means a lot. It's not important. I don't. Anybody that watches doesn't have to become a member, guys, but it does mean a lot. And just supporting this journey and growing the YouTube channel. And guys, I'm just the type of person that just wants to make a difference. It's how I was when I raised my kids. I want them to be better off as people when I'm gone than they would have been if I was never around, right? And that's just the way I am when I get around other people. I would really like people to be better off just us knowing each other than they would have been if we didn't at all, right? And so that's what this channel and this show is all about right here. Again, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, I'll keep going. But if it doesn't catch on, hey, I'm not one that wants to hang on to something until the bitter end, right? So there's plenty of shows out there. So let me know again in the comments, guys. Jacob, brother, that means a lot, man. That really does. I'm very humbled. People, I think Jim reached out to me today and said, wow, your channel's really blowing up. Guys, I try not to look at those numbers. Something Dan C. and Greg Boswell and guys that I really look up to in the content community is don't ever look at your numbers. They'll drive you insane, right? So I try not to look at those numbers, but it does mean a lot. And I still try to stay very humbled. And things like this right here, Jacob, just humble me a lot. It does take a lot, but it's worth it. You are absolutely right. People will come and talk to you about their lives, and I listen. It not only helps them, but it also helps me. It helps me keep Christmas all year long. I'm going to jump back in that here in just a minute. But that's one of the things about taking a toll on you, right? You'll have when you have a child jump in your lap, and I hear again getting off on a tangent again, but when you have a child get in your lap and you ask them what they want for Christmas, you're expecting the average, the response of iPhone. I want a new iPhone. I've heard everything. I want a bear. I want a unicorn. That's a favorite from the little girls, you hear it all, but every now and then you'll catch one, I want my mom and dad back together. I want my mom back, and those things, guys, really, really hit hard, and they take a toll on you mentally, emotionally, and not just the physical part. Like I was talking about wearing those hot Santa suits, right? So, yes, Santa Allen, absolutely 100%. And one of the goals is here, and is Santa Allen was one of the inspirations for even starting this show right here. Was he was somebody that's in the Santa community, but really didn't know a lot about the bearded community. So one of the things I told Dan C was I wanted to kind of hopefully eventually be that bridge in between that Santa community into the bearded community and show these Santas out here how to properly take care of their beard. Now, I'm not saying I'm the end-all expert in the Santa community on the beards. I know these guys have some beautiful beards. They know how to take care of their beards. But if I can just be that help or that bridge, so to speak, I hope to be. Santa, man, I'm very humbled. And guys, definitely give it a good chance to catch on. I will, Amber, and I appreciate your support. Kay, again, you mean a lot being here. I really appreciate you being here, and David and all you guys. Okay, so we're talking about, for those of you that just jump in, let me show my high-tech board here. We're talking about top 3 beard care tips. And if you have any suggestions or any comments, please make them below. We're talking about hydration and nutrition, cleanliness, and oil. I left off with the oil. Guys, I have so many oils, and I'll be doing a little giveaway here. We'll do a giveaway. Why not? Santa Allen, I appreciate that. That's not necessary, but that is very kind of you, and thank you very much. Beard oil, again, DIY or buy your own beard oil. If those of you out there, if you ever see a video that I do, or in the past that I've done on some companies, and you say, I'd like to try it, reach out to me. Even if you don't want to take a gift, if you want to pay for the shipping, I'll ship you some beard oil to try out. Guys, again, Amber knows what I'm talking about. Kev knows what I'm talking about. They will, they'll tell you, we order so much as reviewers that you kind of become a collector, right? And the saddest things that I come across is, the other night, I was going through, every now and then, but once a month, I'll go through and start kind of sniffing and make sure these beard oils. And I found 3 beard oils that started smelling off. Well, guys, they had to go in the trash. And that breaks my heart, not because it cost me money. It does cost you money, but because it's just a waste, right? So if you see anything that I do and you have something that you would like to try, please reach out to me. I would be more than happy. And I also get a lot of these kind of from companies right here. They send me oil bottles of sample oils, like the pretty big bottles, to try out, that are really, really good. You guys, man, Amber, I appreciate that. Again, I'm humbled. It means a lot. You guys are making me stop. That's why I can't look down at the chat when I'm doing this, especially alone. But thank you so much. Guys, anything like this, I've done made it. Anything I get like this, it goes right back into the channel. It goes back into hopefully helping others. One of the other things I would like to do is give back. Okay, whether it be to a like we did on Thursday night show, the last night's show of the Trace Amigos, is give back to America Strong, which is an organization, nonprofit organization that Dustin Bunch has, that gives back to people that are trying to heal from accidents. All right. And guys, that's what it's all about, right? It's constant giving year round. All right. You guys make me get off topic so much. I love you guys too, Jim. I really do. But beard oils, guys. So hydration, nutrition, cleanliness, keep your beard clean. Use a daily gentle beard wash and beard oil. Now, on top of that, beard butters. All right. I can't look at the chat. Thank you, Jacob. Guys, you guys are going to make me, tear up here. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you, Kay. Okay. You're making me lose my train of thought, guys. Thank you so much. Okay. So, and guys, for those of you guys that are becoming members, I would do special things for members only. And you guys will get sneak peeks of, like I did a video today, a little darker. It was on Krampus. As Santa Alan pointed out, he go, "Oh, it's a little darker." Yeah, it is. But I'm just trying to have fun creating some content. But on top of oils, guys, butters. Okay, I use butter, beard butter on my beard every day that I don't use a conditioner. Right. So let's talk about some things. Now, my beard is white, but it is not all the way white. Now, is that the most important thing? No. Okay, and I want to tell you why. For those of you that, okay, Jacob, I appreciate you, man. Wow. Okay, so for those of you that wonder how does Santa, but other than bleaching your beard, how does a Santa get his beard snow white? Well, I'm going to tell you what I do. I bleached my beard one time, and it nothing against it, guys. And there's guys that do it. They'll bleach their beard. There's Santas that bleach their beard, and then they will shave it off at the end of the season. Okay. I don't want to do that personally. Okay. I did it one time, and bleaching does damage your beard. Now, if you do it right and give it about 2 weeks in between, it will last through the season. 2 weeks in between, at least 2 weeks in between each bleaching. All right. I'm kind of getting to the point now I don't need to do that. And I use certain products. Yeah, I know, Jacob. I use certain products to help whiten my beard. And three of the things that I use and that I have found that works very well is this product called, I think I'm pronouncing it right, Maron. All right, it's hair white. It is like an oil base. It goes in and it really helps whiten a lot. I use a toothbrush. I have to do a demonstration one time on that, but I use a toothbrush and whiten the darker, my mustache mainly, and the darker right here and on the sides right here. You see where it's dark. Until that naturally turn gray, I whiten it up. Okay, I'll whiten those up. I get my lines on my cheeks really nice up. This is another one right here. This is a really good one. I don't use this as much. It's called Santa White Temporary Hair Color. And guys, these right here come out. They wash out. So at the end of the day or the event, they wash out. Now, the one drawback, hey, Baker, the one drawback on this right here is on these two is if you start sweating, okay, they will run. Okay. Now, something that I use probably more than all of it. So if I'm doing an event that I know is going to be outside and it's going to be colder, that's perfect for that kind of stuff. If I'm doing an event inside, I know it's going to be hot, I'll go with something like this right here. And I don't know if you can see this in the camera here, but it's called Punky Color. It is it's like a hairspray. It's like a spray, but again, it sprays in and then washes out just fine. All right. This stuff works really, really good. Now, before I put any of this stuff in, because there is chemicals in these, right? And you may say, well, why won't you bleach it versus, why would you won't bleach it, but you'll put that stuff in your beard? Well, because I have found that bleaching really burns the hair. It really, really damages it. These, if I'm taking care of my beard, I'm really keeping it clean. I'm using a good oil, and I use oil, and I'll also put a coconut oil in it as well before I put this stuff in, and it really, really helps. It helps coat protect from that the kind of damage. All right, so that really, really helps, and that's how I get my beard to get white. You'll see some pictures of me when it's really, really white, and that's what it is right there, right? Now, on that note, and let me know, Santa Alan, what you think about this, or what you've noticed is, is it really all that important to kids if you have a snow white beard? My experience is no. All right. The movie, the Christmas Chronicles kind of made Santa having a salt and pepper beard kind of cool, right? But the kids don't really care. It's normally the adults that have an issue with it, so there you go. But I still like to have that white beard myself. All right. And guys, I'm really excited to get more into this, and hopefully you guys learn something from the bearded community when I start doing stuff like Santa suits and what all's involved with getting up the different styles, and there's so many out there, guys. And the guys, I've got some Coca-Cola Santa suits, I've got the parade coats, and and just all of the things that go into it. It's so neat, and it has become such a passion that I absolutely love, and I hope it's a side of me that you guys will learn, right? And I'll have guests on like Santa Allen and Santa Crumb, who we had on the Tres Amigos talk show, and he's got such a unique style and unique look, right? And and he wears Doc Martin boots for his Santa boots. That blows me away. I've never seen anybody do that, but I absolutely love it. All right. And he wears like the long stockings, and it's just so neat. I've seen guys come out, and I love going out to the Renaissance Festival, and I wear my Father Christmas suit and just absolutely love it. I know I'm getting off on a tangent here, and we're talking about beard care, but when I get out there, guys, one of the best things I enjoy hearing at an event or at the Renaissance Festival or wherever, I like to be just over the top, right? I like that beard to look nice. I like to smell nice, right? I've got peppermint cologne that I'll spray on my suit, and I smell like a candy cane, right? I enjoy wearing the peppermint essential oils in my beard. So when the kid gets in, oh, you smell so good. You smell like a candy cane. Those things mean a lot to me, right? So there's little tips and tricks that we can talk about. But guys, if you have any questions, Santa Allen says, I have to get my beard colored every other month. Yep, but the beard is not as long as yours. Hey, and only had it for a year, but once a month. But at least it's once a month, okay? And it's not something that you're doing. Those guys that really wait till the last minute and get it done all the time, it does damage. It damages the beard, and they'll be the first one to tell you. And then at the end, they'll have to shave it off. But as long, Alan, as you're keeping good products in your beard, and taking care of it, eating right, eating stuff with high in biotin, or even a biotin supplement, you really, or even collagen supplements as well. I don't take collagen supplements, and I'm going to tell you why. And this is kind of a funny reason, is because somebody told me, or I read somewhere, that it helps from your beard turning white. Well, I don't want that. I want my beard white, right? So I stopped taking the collagen. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if Amber's got any insight on that or not. I appreciate that. If collagen really it helps your beard from turning white, but I stopped taking it because that's the opposite of what I want, right? I want my beard to be as white as it can be. But for now, I do use these. And Alan, I would suggest, I'd highly suggest, if you've never tried this stuff, it really, really works good. And I want to show you kind of what I do is a little trick. And I got to do some videos, how-to videos on this stuff. But what I'll do is I'll actually make a barrier like this, and I'll spray, and it kind of leaves that nice clean line, right? I'll use just like a piece of cardboard or something like this. This is actually from True North. I won't use this, but just a little piece of cardboard, cut out something like this, and use it to kind of, make that nice, even, clean line, and it looks really good. And I have comments, so you get a compliment of somebody telling you how good your beard looks, or how soft it is, or how nice. Guys, that means more to me than if somebody come up and said, "Man, your suit is so nice," and I spent thousands of dollars on the suits. You would think that would be the best compliment. The best compliment for me is the beard, and they come and talk about how great your beard looked. Now, Santa Allen. Thank you, Jacob. I appreciate that. Santa Allen was talking about, hey, Bishop, thank you for coming in, man. Jeff, appreciate you being here, buddy. We're talking about, guys, the 3 beard care tips for professional Santa Claus, but this could go for anybody with a beard, and that's nutrition, hydration, cleanliness, and oil is my top 3, right? But I don't want to hash back up on that. But guys, your beard, and we're Santa Allen was talking about the length. Yours isn't as long as mine. Well, guys, that's not important to me because I'm letting mine grow right now. But come around, I would say September probably, I'll get it trimmed really, really nice, because the longer your beard gets and the more gravity takes over, the more it kind of gets that kind of look like this right here, right? That kind of boxy look, and there's a fine line between Santa and Gandalf, right? Where that beard starts getting so long, you start looking like a wizard instead of Santa Claus, right? Now at the Renaissance Festival, when I'm out there and I'm all dressed up, my Father Christmas outfit, that looks pretty cool, because you look like that old time Father Christmas. But not everybody, when you go to events, wants that look, right? I wish they did, because that's the look I like, right? That green suit and that long robe with I just love that kind of look, right? The greens and the browns. But I can get so off topic on this stuff. But the beard, I'll get it trimmed more down where it's more rounded, more the typical Santa look, right? And it's easier to manage too, on top of that. And you don't have so much of that see-through, when you trim it up some, get that trim up. But guys, I remember a comment somebody made one time about, I think they asked, I don't remember if it was a billionaire or a millionaire that lost everything, right? And they asked him, well, what are you going to do now? What do you think about this? And they said, well, I'm going to do exactly what I did before. I remember how I got there in the first place, right? So it's the same with your beard. If something gets messed up on your beard, or God forbid you have to shave it off because it got damaged from some too much bleaching or whatever, hey, you remember how you grew it before, right? Just let it grow, let it flow, right? And so I'm not so concerned. Now, I'm not going to trim my own beard. I'm reminded of the video that Amber posted not too long ago, how she or the pictures she posted her trimming up her son's beard. That looked absolutely wonderful. I'm just so nervous of doing it myself or letting somebody else trim my beard, other than maybe, somebody that's been doing it a long time. So, if I lived by Amber and Kev, I'd go see her and let her do mine for sure. But, my wife said, I'll trim it up for you. Have you ever trimmed a beard before? Well, no. Let's stay married a little longer, right? I want to stay married. I don't want to have a reason for a disagreement. Let's just leave it there. So, but yeah, there we go, guys. Hydration, nutrition, cleanliness, and oil. All right, those are the three most important things, in my opinion, for a healthy beard. I showed you some tips for whitening. What are y'all's thoughts? Santa Alan, you talked about you have your beard whitened. Now that you're more into the bearded community and you're dabbling more in some oils and getting to understand and learn more. Santa Alan's in that stage right now. He told me that he's new in the bearded community, so he's binge watching a lot of things, right? And I gave him some place to watch. And again, guys, that's what I want this show to be, a bridge between the Santa community and the bearded community. And it may take a little bit longer, like I said before, because a lot of those guys, they lay that Santa down for a while and take a break until it starts getting ramped back up around October, I would say, or even in July, where we do Christmas in July, right? I love the Christmas and July events. So yeah, guys, Tom, this is going to be an awesome show. Jacob, I appreciate that. The one thing about Jacob is, he's so supportive in the community, and everybody in here is, Baker, Jeff, Jim. These company owners, they just surprise me so much and just never cease to amaze me how much they help each other out, give each other advice, talk to one another. There's always there's maybe that competitive edge there, but also there's that willingness to help out. I'm reminded of, I'll just pick a company, Weatherbeard, Corey. He really, really does not mind helping other companies out, giving advice. Chris from True North, Tara from True North, same way. Lee with EDC was the same way. Evan from Notable is the same, and many, many more. TJ, all these company owners out there, Jim, really, really help each other out. And that is why I love the bearded community so much, as well as the Santa community, right? Is because there's that spirit of giving. All right. Now, are you going to have your folks out there that throw a wrench in the system on both sides here and there? Yes. All right. What's the best way to avoid that? That's just it. Avoid it. Right. Avoid the drama. Avoid all the nonsense, and either or. I will say, after I read this, I understand that Hunter just wanted to trim and didn't have a plan. I guess Kev's easy to trim. Well, Kev's beard looks like it's chiseled out of stone, so I can see how that would be easy to trim. His mustache and sideburns. I did trim the under beard initially until the outer caught up. There you go. Right. I haven't done anything other than trim my since I've been growing this the last year. Let's see, I started growing it in December of the year before last. Okay, so in December of this last year, it was a year. So we're in December, January, February, March. Where are we at? March. So about a year and 3 months is what this is at right now. I don't know. I don't know if it's good. I don't know, because like I said, I'm not going for length. I'm not going to see how long I can grow my beard. That's not what I started growing a beard for. I started growing a beard because when it comes Christmas time, I want that nice round Santa look. All right. Bishop says, I'm afraid of doing a beard trim, brother. I'm right there with you, man. Them guys that do it on these videos, like Dan, seeing these guys, they just go right in. and I'm sitting there I'm nervous. I'm just so nervous when they're trimming their beard. But, Dan says, when you go in to do your trim, go in with confidence. I'm a confident guy, but I'm not confident when it comes to stuff like that, So, I'm curious. Is there any of you guys in here that do your own beard trim? Jacob, do you do yours? Baker, Jeff, you guys do your own beard trims at all? I just don't trust myself enough yet. Now, maybe one day, but I just don't. And as long as I can go out and pay somebody professionally to do it, hey, at least I know I can get I might not be able to fix my beard if they mess it up, but at least I know maybe I can get my money back. I don't know. But this will be kind of the first year in September that I've really gone in. The first year I was a Santa, I wore a fake beard, right? And much, and nothing against them, much respect for the guys that do, because I'm going to tell y'all something. You think just having a beard gets warm? Whew, those fake beards get really, really warm, and there is some high dollar, and I wasn't wearing an expensive beard. It was like a $50 beard off of Etsy, I think, that was just, it looked artificial. But that's what I wore my first year because that's what I had, right? But the second year, I started growing my beard. This was about 4 years ago. I started growing my beard, bleaching it. Sorry, my phone's going off, guys. I started bleaching it, but then I would shave it, right? So I decided, I said, I'm just going to stop shaving my beard, or I don't want to shave my beard no more. So I started using the whiteners that I showed you, the Punky spray and the I think I'm saying it right, Maron, but the whitener, and guys, it suffices, right? And it does the job. Now, once it gets a little more whiter and it's not as dark on the sides, I may just even stop using stuff at all, because I don't mind a little dark in there. Like I said, the movie The Christmas Chronicles kind of made it cool again, and you're starting to see more and more Santas with the salt pepper beards, and and if you're a Santa in here, and hey Bobby, how you doing, brother? If you ever have anybody tell you you're a professional Santa Claus, you have anybody ever tell you that you're doing something wrong, just comes out, you're doing that wrong, or you shouldn't wear that. Guys, I'm here to tell you right here. I'm here to tell you right now. It's like somebody coming up and saying, Bobby, man, you shouldn't wear True North, man. I don't think that blend should go in your beard. Well, who am I to tell you that? You know what works best for your beard, right? Who was I? Amber. Sorry, Amber. I'm looking at all these names here. Amber, what are you doing making beard content? You're a lady. How dare you make it? You know what? Amber does just as good, better beard content than I do, right? Because the beard oil is mainly for what? It's for your skin, right? And I meant to talk about that earlier when I was talking about the beard oil is for your skin, not so much for your hair, right? And it helps the hair, but it's for your skin mainly. So my wife, Mrs. Claus, uses beard oil for her skin and also her hair. She uses it for to moisturize her skin, keep her skin healthy and soft. And so, don't ever let anybody tell you, especially as a professional Santa Claus, that Bobby, the fighting words, right? I'm just using you as an example, brother. So don't let anybody tell you, if you're a professional Santa Claus, well, you should do this to your beard. You should do that. Who am I to tell somebody what they should do? You be you. You present yourself. I don't want to be a cookie cutter Santa Claus, right? I don't want to wear these same exact things somebody else is wearing. Even my Coca-Cola style suit, guys, and I can't wait to get into those kind of things, suits and all that. Even my Coca-Cola style suit, I wanted it to be different. I didn't want it to be like everybody else. Now, does it look similar? Of course it does. But that's what people love. I love the nostalgia of the Coca-Cola style suit. But my belt, I had my belt. I've got several belts, but the one I love wearing is custom made. Now, there's some that look like it, but there's not another one like it, right? And the gentleman that I had made it's also another professional Santa Claus. And this was before I met Jacob. And I still want to commission Jacob to do a belt for me if he still will. Just this last year, the funds got a little low. But the gentleman that I had made my belt for me the year before, it was a professional Santa Claus. He's also a leather worker. There's not another one like it, right? And that's what's unique about it. It's like the work that Jacob does in the bearded community for people when he commissions leather work. I saw that coffee pad. I don't know what's the right terminology for it that Mike Brewer had last night on the show. Absolutely stunning. I can guarantee there's not another one out there like it. It's like a fingerprint. It's unique. And that is so neat to me. And like Kev, woodworking, the creations that he makes is just, they're one of a kind. There's nothing else like it out there. And I love that stuff. And guys, that's what your beard is. It doesn't have to look like anybody else's. Santa Allen, your beard doesn't have to look like mine. My beard doesn't have to look like Dan C's, or it doesn't have to look like Kev woodworking. I wish it did, but it doesn't have to. All right. We work with what we got, and don't let anybody else tell you should do this, you should do that. Now, if you ask for advice and you get some good advice, like, hey, what's a good beard conditioner to use? By all means, listen to people's advice. If you see somebody's beard, but guys, I can't make my beard look like Kev's. I can't. It's just not the same structure. We don't have the same genealogy makeup or whatever comes into play when it comes to the makeup of our beard. I can't make my beard, as much as I love his beard, I can't make my beard look like his. Just like he couldn't do the same for me. All right. Genetics. Yes. I don't know what I said, but that's what I meant. Genetics. Yeah, you can't make up genetics, guys. Genetics is one of them things where people say, oh, I wish I could grow a beard, but it's so thin. Hey, work with what you got. You hear people say it all the time. Work with what you got. Don't let anybody tell you, oh, you should do this. You should use that. What's the stuff? The monoxide, the stuff where people roll and put little needles in their face and use this stuff. I don't know if that stuff works, guys, but I don't recommend that to people because I don't know anything about that stuff, right? Derma needles, whatever it's called. One of you guys will help me out here in a second, I'm sure. I stopped comparing my beard to others a long time ago. Literally, everyone is different. You are absolutely right. It's the same as our life in general, right, Bobby? The way that I may go to work, or the way I may drive, or the way I may have my morning routine in the morning, it's not the same as yours, right? And so why be the same as everybody else? Okay, comparison is the thief of joy. Sounds like a video, doesn't it, Amber? Yeah, I don't remember the name of it. Got to go back to work. Great show. Thanks, Baker, for jumping in, man. Similar to my profession, I was guilty to comparing my work to what others do, able to do. It's fine to take advice and steal ideas, but comparing, yep, absolutely. Absolutely. I used to tell I tell people all the time, if anybody ever asked me opinions or my advice raising kids, which I think is funny. It's like asking people, well, what's the secret to marriage? I don't know. Right. But, I raised my kids. It was hard. All right. It was difficult. It wasn't easy. It was enjoyable, and it's fulfilling to be a parent, but it's not easy being a parent. You parents out there know what I'm talking about. And I'm using this as an example. None of my kids were the same. Right. I raised my kids. Each one of them are individuals. They have different personalities. I've said this before on other shows. I could look at my daughter, Clara, and just give her a stern look and she'd just start crying. My oldest daughter, I could look at her and she'd look at you like, what you got? And so you had to be you had to treat each one a little bit different. And raising three daughters, was not easy. Of course, they're all older now. I think they're all in their 30s now. But that's exactly right. So me telling somebody how to raise their kids, it's absolutely nonsense, because your child's personality is going to be so much different than my kids were, right? And now my kids take on similar traits from me, just because we do that. Even when you just hang out with somebody, you kind of take on similar traits just because you get familiar with that individual, and you start taking on those familiar traits. I'll see my daughters do something sometime that just remind me so much of their mother, and because they take on those similar traits, right? So yeah, Dremel roller, or Dermer. I don't know what it's called, Bishop, but I don't use it. I don't like needles anyway, and I'm not going to stick a bunch of needles in my face. So. So there you go. Secret to marriage. Listen, I think you found that. You should write a book on that, Alan. You should write a book on that. All right, guys, we're going to go on for about 9 more minutes. I'm going to keep this sternly to an hour. And, I see we got up to 12 people in here right now. Guys, my goal is to get the show up to at least 20 people and then go on. I'm really trying to reach out more to the Santa community. Now, we'll say something that's a little bit different, and this isn't a knock from the Santa community versus the bearded community. The Santa community tends to be a little more standoffish, because there's been so much of what we were just talking about. You need to do this. You need to do this. And, it's just so much, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. And I know there's stuff like that goes on in any community, guys, but so people tend to be a little standoffish. So my hope is kind of like Santa Allen kind of jumped in and just full of wanting to learn. And guys, I want to learn. I'm hoping that some other Santas will come in and teach me some things that I don't know. Santa Crumb that we had on the Trace Amigo show taught me a lot. And one of the things he taught me is, don't listen to what other Santas say. You be yourself. You go out there. Kids see the heart that you have. They see that the joy that you have, and that's what people really want to be around, right? So, hey, Melissa, thank you very much. Oh, no, thank you just so much for coming here. I was just telling everybody the reason why I made this channel, and I've got about 7 more minutes, is the reason why I made this show is because I kind of wanted to be that bridge in between the Santa community and the bearded community. And also let me know in the chat, guys, if you think this is an okay time frame. I don't know day and time. It's Friday, 5 p.m. I know. 15 years ago, if somebody had told me, hey, Friday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, check out Santa Tom. There was other things I want to do Friday, 5 p.m. I wasn't thinking about no Santa Tom show. I was thinking about getting off work, going to do what I want to do, right? So if there's another time that I definitely don't want to step on times, okay, because we get done with the Trace Amigos show, guys, on Thursdays, and I try to get right off and jump on Melissa's show. She knows. And if you don't watch that, please go check it out, the Copper John show with Melissa. And it's absolutely wonderful. Normally I catch the end of it, but I don't want to step on any other times. And but I also want to get the information out there. And the good thing about running a live show, guys, is it's recorded forever. So I'll play around with it and do some adjusting and tweaking on it. So hopefully people get something out of this. But love this, Santa. Oh, let me get this comment up here. Love this, Santa Tom. Congratulations. You just, well, I appreciate that. Today I was talking about the Santa beard. I can't wait to get more into it. And I hope that you guys can learn something, like I said before, from it in the bearded community, learn some things about the Santa community and kind of find out what all is involved, because it is a lot. And I always say hats off to professional Santa Clauses, because there's so much they go through. By the end of the season, this last season, I was so wore out that just the emotional side of it, the physical side of it, I was just wore out, and I was done with it. right? I was done with it for the year. But the thing is, I'm already getting excited for this year. All right. I'm already excited for getting back out there, even knowing everything that I know that I'm about to put myself through. I'm so excited about it. So, hey, Chris, thank you for coming in, man. Just talking about taking care of the beard as a professional Santa Claus. And for those of you that missed out on my high tech thing here, my top 3 beard care tips were hydration, along with nutrition, cleanliness, using a good, gentle daily beard wash. Chris, I did talk about True North as beard wash, True North's beard wash, and oil. And we did talk about your oil a little bit too. So using a good quality oil with a good carrier blend. Those are my top 3 things. I know I kind of combined hydration and nutrition in there together, but that kind of goes hand in hand to me. And those are my top 3 things to take care of, tips to take care of your beard. Guys, if you need some help with anything, please reach out. If I don't know the answer, there's people even in this chat right here that will be happy. I can send you their way, and they would be happy to answer any questions, or I can reach out to them and ask and get you an answer. We're in this together. If you know a professional Santa Claus or anybody in the Santa community that might be interested in this, please reach out to them. Let them know about this show. Again, my goal is to bridge that gap in between the Santa community and the bearded community, and try to get more people involved in taking care of this. Of their beard, which for me is the most important investment that a Santa can make in his work, in his profession, right? Because that's the first thing that people see. Right? You can spend $5,000 on the most beautiful suit there is, but if that beard ain't on point, guess what? They ain't looking at you the same, right? So when that beard's on point, you could be wearing a $150 Amazon suit. You're gonna look good, right? You're gonna make that suit look good. So, and that's the main goal. So, guys, I'm gonna leave it at that. Let me know. Excellent. Thank you, Santa Allen. I appreciate that, and thank you for being I think you're the only Santa here, but thank you so much for for your continued support, and everybody here in the bearded community. You don't know how much it means to me and how humbled I am that you guys have came back in here and supported me, even on a Santa Talk channel, right? Tara, Amber, I think I make fun of the first couple of lives where you used to play hangman. Well, I like the whiteboard thing. I like that. I think you should do more of that. I personally kind of like that hands-on, and I'm not as, savvy as Amber is on the, on the nice little screenshots and things like that there. So I just pulled out the old trusty whiteboard here and just wrote on it. But guys, appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much. Don't forget, Tara's live streams, True North's live streams, Melissa's live streams, Amber's videos, and hopefully soon to be live streams if they decide to do something like that, guys. You guys take care of each other. Remember, support each other, like Chris from True North always says. Support those out there that support others. And I love you too. You guys too, Amber. Thank you. I am for hire. Okay. I'll leave that alone and let you and Kev discuss that one. I don't know what to say to that one. I'm sure if I stayed on here long enough, Tara would have something funny to say about that. But guys, until next time, remember, this world could use a little kindness. So keep Christmas in your heart year round. Take care, guys. Appreciate every one of you.